What's up, guys? Alright, so we got a news video today. I have not done a video like this in actually, it's probably been like 2 months. Crazy shit. But, alright, so we're gonna jump right into the news here. We actually do know the full deck list for the structure deck that's coming up here in the TCG for Cyber Dragons. And really, the only thing that's important in this set is that, yeah, we're gonna get infinite impermanence. So let's go ahead and search here. We are in fact getting infinite impermanence, and actually, some people have been saying that it is going to be a super rare. So that's actually decent because people really need infinite impermanence. Usually, decks run 3 copies, and it's still a very expensive card. I think the cheapest copy is like $20 right now. So this structure deck should bring down the price of this card to a more affordable level for people that need it. Having said that, though, as an investor, I am gonna let you know that the price, even though it will drop, is not going to maintain at that price. We've seen this with, I think it was the Charmer structure deck. I forgot, there was a structure deck, right? And it had Ash Blossom. I think it was also a common. It was not the Charmer structure deck. I think that one was Dark Ruler No More, which also went up in price, by the way. It was, I think, the Dinosaur deck. It was some kind of Pyro centered deck, maybe 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗣𝗧. Did they have a structure deck? Who knows? Anyway, so the prices of those cards originally were somewhat cheap and affordable, but they went up, and actually they drove up the price of the structure deck that they were featured in by a lot. So I probably will be the same deal here. We also have some great cards like Fusion Deployment. Future Fusion, not so good anymore, unfortunately, because they butchered the hell out of that. I don't know why. They could have just, banned it for a while until it became non-degenerate. But along with Fusion Deployment and actually Machine Dupe is also in here, so that's awesome. That's a really good card. I'm kind of hoping Machine Dupe is a super or an ultra. I don't know if we've gotten an ultra printing for Machine Dupe, but really love that card. Besides those 2 cards, we are, of course, going to get some foil printings of the new cards, like 𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is the card featured in the front of the box. Anyway, so moving on here, we also have some more information on Battle of Chaos, and really, it's going to be more waifus. Right, that's what it is. It is what it is. We got more waifus. They're dragon waifus. I don't know, man. I guess people are fucking furries or fucking dragons now. Sorry, dragons made. We were fucking dragons. Now we're fucking dinosaurs. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate that we keep getting waifus. It's just like it's at a point it just becomes too much, right? Like they better be good at least. Like Sky Striker, I think, was a decent deck, but we're just getting too much waifu, too much titty, too much cleavage. Actually, they don't even have cleavage. Look at that. Why would you censor them, Konami? These tweens that are buying your waifu cards need some cleavage. Anyway, so this archetype I'm not gonna delve too much into, but it is a fusion archetype that is actually kind of interesting because they play off trap cards, and we've seen this before with Outlick, right? But with Outlick, we had continuous traps and continuous spells. However, with this archetype, it is normal spells and counter traps. And actually, even more recently, we've had the Amazement archetype that used traps, but I think their whole shtick was all normal traps. This archetype seems to be splashing in some counter traps, and honestly, it looks like a lot of traps. We only have like 2, at least so far, 2 main deck monsters, 2 fusion monsters, which, by the way, one of them is 4,000 attack, which is insane. And then just a whole bunch of traps. So I wonder how it's going to play, being a dinosaur deck or a dinosaur archetype, that it has a lot of things that it can use, right? So we'll see how it goes. Before moving on to the last bit of news here, we're going to talk a little bit about our sponsor here, which is just my website. It's a really, really fast website for you guys. It's free, no ads at all. I hate ads. On YouTube videos, I kind of understand because people need to make money. On websites, they steal your information. I don't know, man. It hogs the system resources. I hate it. But this website is not like that. It is super fast. I try to make it intuitive as well. It is right now in beta, but I've been adding things whenever I can, whenever I have free time. And if you guys want a database of cards, like let's say you want to know what Stratos does, right? Well, you can go ahead and here in this really fast, intuitive interface and check out, hey, its effect is right here, right? It came from these products and it was banned in these lists. I am expanding the ban list, so the older ban lists are also included in here, which will take some time. And I'm also actually planning on making a robust suggestion system based on materials. So if you were looking for materials for a card like, say, Flame Wingman, it'll just display the cards that will be used in its fusion, like Avian and Percentatrix, which are listed on the card. I haven't really seen this anywhere besides video games and stuff, that, a very robust suggestion system, and I kind of want to do that, and it's kind of taking some time, of course, because everything does. Anyways, go ahead. The link is in the description. It costs nothing, and it is pretty dope, if I do say so myself. All right, so the last bit of news here is we are getting another Chaos monster in Battle of Chaos, which is appropriate because, the set is called Battle of Chaos, obviously. It's called 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧, and it is the Chaos version of Sacred Beast of Nephthys. Nephthys? I think I'm saying it correctly. And so basically, it is a 2400 attack level 8 dark monster. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by its own effect. You can only use this card's number one effect once per turn. And the number one effect is if this card is in your hand or graveyard and a card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can banish one light and one dark monster from your graveyard except 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧. Special summon this card. If this card is special summoned, you can target one card your opponent controls and 2 cards in their graveyard and banish them, which is actually pretty insane. It sucks that you have to banish both a light and a dark, but the effects are really insane. So, even in a Winged Beast deck, if you can special summon this somehow, you can destroy or send a card on the field to remove it from play and then remove 2 cards from the graveyard from play. So this card will probably see play in a lot of decks. I do see a lot of decks because light and dark is a really common archetype. And if you need removal, this card is there. Winged Beast, with Harpy Ladies, level 8. I think it synchronizes well with Harpy Ladies. Tri-Brigade, it supports Beast, Winged Beast, etc. Alpha as well. So, I think this card will see some play in some decks. I should correct myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't think it'll be the best card in the world, but it'll definitely be a really good card to use in a lot of decks. We'll see how the TCG adapts to it, and maybe since the OCG is going to get it about 6 months, I think, ahead of us. I could be wrong on that. We'll see if they can make a degenerate play with this card. But that's going to be it, guys. That's all the news that was important regarding Yu-Gi-Oh! So make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.